Hey everybody, this is Irma Barati with Get It Made X. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we have our February 2021 Member of the Month, Rushton Luoma from Calgary, Canada. How are you today, Rushton?
I'm great. How are you, Irma?
I'm fantastic. It's always great to connect with fellow writers. I'm a writer, in case no one knew that. But I love interviewing and connecting with fellow writers to talk about the craft, to talk about your favorite projects, all that good stuff. So it's always great to chat with fellow writers of Getting Made X. First off, Rushton, the $1 million question. No, this is the simplest question ever, so don't overthink it. But I would love to know how you got started in writing, because I believe everybody has a different journey. My journey is different from yours. Yours is different from mine. So I would love to know your personal journey into writing, because I know not every one of us wakes up and goes, you know what, I want to write for a living. So I would love to know your path.
My path. I started. I have one screenplay pretty much done. I started it probably 20 some years ago. I'd originally seen a movie that I didn't like the ending of, so I was working in the oil patch as a medic, and I have 12 hours or more a day to sit and think. And then you go to camp and there's no Wi-Fi or cell phones or anything back then. So you have all night to think. So I thought through the process of my own ending for this movie out in the field. And then when I came home on the old ancient desktop that was a dial-up, I just wrote it all down. It was paragraph form. I didn't have a clue. And then I ended up going to the public library, got books on how to format, and I had to count out every space, all the indents, everything was all counted out back then. There was no programs like we have now, but yeah,
Right.
that's how I started. Then it kind of sat on the back burner for 20 years because I didn't know what to do with it. And then I guess a couple years ago, I kind of got inspired again. So I re-looked at it and got it going, and entered it in a few contests, and then I found Get It Made, and here I am.
There you go. Fantastic. I always love hearing people's stories. So thank you so much for sharing. Are you okay with letting us know which movie it was?
It's called which movie I saw?
Yeah.
It was Personal Best.
Okay.
Uh,
Isn't it funny how sometimes we watch things and go, you know what, I would have done differently, and then it gets our creative wheels going, and then we kind of write a fan fiction of that movie.
yeah,
So,
yeah, and I mean the comments on it back then were that it was well before its time because it was about two girls that fell in love, and in the 90s that just wasn't as acceptable as it today, right? And so I originally started writing it as a perfect sequel to,
mm,
uh, and somehow way back then I found on my dial-up a mentorship writers group, I believe out of LA, but I don't know where it was anymore. Um, and I talked to one of the guys briefly about it online, and he said, well, first of all, you don't have the rights to the original one, so change the sports a little bit, so make it a little bit different,
yeah.
so that someone recognizes it as the perfect sequel. But I changed it how I like it now. It's not even close. You wouldn't even recognize it as a sequel anymore, but it's about two lesbians nearing the end of their careers because they're both high caliber athletes, but they're getting up higher in the 20s and stuff when they're aging out in their careers. So they're so focused on their careers, they aren't really interested in relationships or anything, but they just happen to meet up at a gay rodeo of all
Okay.
places, and it goes from there.
There you go. Now, I would love to know how Get It Made X has changed your writing, or how has it helped your writing rather? Because I know a lot of people who've been part of the program, they've gotten a lot out of it. So what have you gotten the most out of the program?
um just about everything I know. I find it's the mentorship and the education they provide, and the peer reviews and the conversations you have with peers is absolutely invaluable. Um, I've learned, other than I did buy a program. I bought Write a Duet, and I use that.
I like
And
it.
other than that, I've just been flying on the seat of my pants until I met Get It Made X people. And since then, I've just elevated 100%. In fact, I have 2 new ones started because of the knowledge I've got from them now and the inspiration to keep going, right? Because I'm pretty self-conscious about writing and stuff because nobody I know writes. So I have peers that I talk to about it, but they just really don't understand what I'm talking to. So I find that, or that what I'm talking about. So I find having people I can talk to that are on the same page length and understand the lingo and all that stuff has changed the whole writing world for me, that I've even started a couple more. I still have a third one in my head that I haven't got down yet, but I'm running out of time to work all these. So I'm just having to focus on one at a time and take it where I can and then start the next one. And sometimes I switch around, you know.
It's community.
Yeah, exactly.
Very well.
And community that understands where you're coming from and knows where you're going and knows how to support you is just invaluable.
Absolutely. Now, getting to know you more as a writer, what do you like to write? What kind of genres do you prefer to write?
I tend to stick with the drama genre.
Okay.
My first, the one I was talking about earlier, is a little bit of a romance, but it's more a drama on the drama side, heavier on the drama side.
Do you like blending genres?
I think I'm starting to. Yeah.
Those are fun to watch. So, yeah. Well, what are you working on now that you can talk about? I know you mentioned you got something in the can, but you also got something that you're writing right now. What do you plan on doing with those? Do you plan to produce them yourselves? Do you plan to try to sell them?
Unless I win the $1 million lotto, I'm going to be looking at selling them. I would love to eventually be able to finance something myself. I actually have a patent pending as well in my name that I am looking to get into R&D for, and that should get me what I need to do what I want with my movies.
Amazing. Now, Rushton, it's been such a pleasure to speak with you. But before we go, I would love to know, do we have any sites that we can look you up on? Maybe any social media sites or official site?
Yeah, I actually prepared something for you.
Here we go.
So.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Where can we see it here? Uh-oh, it's not going to work. Actually, they're just contacts. I don't have any a web page or anything.
No worries. I saw Twitter on there. I saw briefly your Twitter handle.
Yeah, I don't know how to. I prepared this all in advance and it's not working. There
you go. It's almost there.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah.
My apologies here. I'm not.
No worries. We got it. Yeah, I saw it there, and I saw your email at the bottom as well. So
it's Rushton Luoma at LUOMA at yahoo.com.
Amazing.
And,
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And then the Twitter is at Loma Rushton _Rushton. So.
And we'll be sure to post it on your video when you.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that'll even be better because, like I said, I had this all prepared and then.
Hey, we got a snippet of it. We did get a snippet of it. I promise you.
For sure.
There you go. Rushton, it's been such a pleasure speaking with you and getting to know you. We connected, I think, via email recently, but it's good to finally have a face-to-face. So Thanks so much for taking your time out to let us know more about you as a writer, more about your career, and more about what you learned from Get It Made X. So thank you so much. For those who are just finding out about Get It Made X, please check it out. Get It Made X. You can look at us up on Google and even the app as well. So
for sure. You won't be disappointed if you're serious about writing. You won't be disappointed. Check it out.
And we didn't pay her to say that.
No, definitely.
Thank you so much, Rushton. You take care now.
Thank you, Imran.